Good evening, Ravi sir. Good evening. Yes, yes, beta Dinul. We can go live. I'm ready. Are you ready, sir? Mangesh Kumar,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You ready?
Wishing you all the best.
I'm ready, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello and very good evening to one and all present watching this particular program. This is Dr. Ishtiaq Ahmad Sheikh, the principal of Empros International School, Pune, Maharashtra, India. Today is the platform created by IDYM, that is Igniting Dream of Young Minds, Principal Ki Paathshala. A principal talking to the another principal who is going to tell something about him and his life of struggle to become the principal as well as his skills towards the education. So let us talk and let us welcome today's first guest of this particular program, Sri Mangesh Kumar Avari, the principal of Saksham School, Wardha. I welcome you, sir.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, sir. I welcome you on this particular platform created by the IDYM, Mr. Ravi Shankar Kumar, the founder of IDYM. This is the platform created by him, and these are not only the only one platform. He has created lot many platforms for the educators, for the principals, for the teachers, for the senior coordinators, for everybody. I mean to say in the education field, wherein he is going to bring up everything to the education field. So today he has created this particular program as Principal Ki Paathshala. Sir, in this particular program, in this particular event, Mangesh Kumar sir is going to tell something about himself and his skills. So, talking to you, Mangesh sir, I would like to ask the first question to you. Can you please tell me exactly the struggle towards becoming the principal of the school?
That's it. Good evening to one and all. Thank you to IDYM Foundation who has given me the opportunity, and I have become the first principal to attend or face Principal Ki Paathshala. And thank you, Mr. Ravi Shankar ji. He is the versatile person and who is having lot of programs for the educators. Right from the first day when I have interacted with him, and I've seen that the person behind every scene, and he will keen to be in the field of academics, in the field of education, in the field of science. So thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity. Let me start about myself. My name is Mangesh Kumar Avari, and at present I'm working as a principal, Saksham School, Wardha, Maharashtra. I joined this school in December 2021, so almost I've completed 1.5 years here. And before that, let me start my academic career. I joined school in the year 2009 as a PRT, and later on gradually growing to PRT, TGT, PGT, Vice Principal, HOD of English. So I have the ground level reality where I work. I have been teaching to the classes third to fifth. I've been teaching to the classes 6 to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then the same school where I joined as a PRT. I thought that I was working in the school for 12 years. Then I should move, and then I started to my career to the next school. Here also I worked almost for 1.5 year, and generally the we principals will I'm the one. I have a good relation with the previous management and the present management, because I believe that to the good the world appears good. So with the theory, we are still connected with each and everyone.
That's great journey of yours, sir. Right from PRT, then goes to TGT, then went to PGT. After that, you became the HOD of English department, and then immediately after that, you got the vice principalship, and then now you're working in the same organization as a principal from 1.5 years. That's wonderful, sir. I salute to you because this is what exactly it has to be followed by each and every part. I could see the huge growth in you. That was really wonderful, sir. Moving to the next one now, I would like to ask exactly, ki, sir, uh, we all know very well 2020 to 2022, it was a huge disaster in the life of a human being as we all underwent the disaster called as COVID-19. We everybody knows it, and each and everybody was there at home, working from home, teaching from home, and some of the students could join, some of the students could not join, and some of the teachers they were techno savvy, they could understand the online platform easily. Some of the teachers they were not able to understand the techno savvy of technical problems. So, in this situation, sir, what are the challenges did you face? To bring about the kind of a change or satisfactory understanding between the students, teachers, and the school.
So, let me correct one thing with the discussion. Now I'm working with Saksham School Varda. Previously, I worked as a principal in Swan International School Vani. Coming to the pandemic, so this pandemic 2 years, sir, really it was one of the life changer in the field of education because I still know in the period of October 2020, the word lockdown has come and we had a discussion with all the English teachers. But what does lockdown means? And we just search on the Google that lockdown means everything will be closed. And I was thinking that even the war will take place, the school won't close. But the pandemic, everything has been changed, and the teachers were introduced to Zoom, Google Meet, and WebEx. Even the teachers who are just at the age of 50, 55, they have to face the even those who were not able to face even the camera and they were just shy has to take the online classes as the need of the hour. And we teachers, I consider myself now also as a lifelong teachers. We teachers have to adopt such a technology that we have to impart education to every stakeholder. So even the pandemic also, I could manage with my faculty that we should reach to the parent, we should reach to the students and the staff, and we have made such an environment that teachers were allowed to take the class. And even after taking the classes, I was telling my teachers to make call to the parents because it is India still that 3G, 4G, and 5G is not working properly. That there are some network issues. Even the parent also not, if they are working parents, they will go with their mobile phones. Then in that cases also, because my intention, my aim was that the knowledge, the education should reach to everyone. So I was particularly telling them to make call, and I was telling my student also to make call to the students so that there should not be gap. Now also,
Mm.
that you will find that the students have come to the school, but they are lagging the basic skill. The child who was in nursery directly has reached to class one. So he missed these two prime years of his life. So it is becoming problem for him to develop his foundational and literacy skill.
Great, sir. Great, great challenge it was for each and every educator uh, in the world. Not only there in India, it is there. It was there in the whole world. Now, exactly speaking, see, initially I as a principal was also facing some kind of a problem. How will I go ahead? So, what exactly I felt, I would like to ask exactly, okay, sir, were you techno savvy at that particular time? Will you be able to start the WebEx, say WebEx or Google Meet or the Zoom? So, we were not aware exactly which one is to be taken care, which is going to be little safe for us, first of all, and then go to the teachers, and then from teachers it goes to the students. It's a question to you that were you aware of all these kind of online technology, online platforms where we can first of all understand ourselves how to carry out the lesson plans and how to carry out the sessions to the children, and then you started taking the training first of all, or you were aware of all these things and then you taught your teachers, you trained your teachers, and later on you have to train the uh, parents and then towards the students. How did you go ahead?
Frankly telling that, sir, our life was almost just restricted to MS Word, PowerPoint, Excel sheet. And then we were introduced only the Google Meet because CBSE was conducting online sessions, all that. And then suddenly, as the schools were closed, and then we found that Google Meet or what can be the other options or what can be the other competitions. Then like Zoom, WebEx, we have all gone through. And I always believe that whatever we should handle, it should be easier, convenient to everyone,
Correct.
whether it's a students, whether it's a parent. So
Ji.
then we had a discussion with the staff that which is convenient to you. And initially we found that WebEx was very convenient to all the staff, and because everybody cannot have laptop, everybody cannot have other systems. So with the mobile phones and this for almost for 1 month, in the month of April, May, June, we thought that WebEx will have for 2, 3 months, and then maybe the schools will reopen. But we'll find that almost for that 2021 and 2021-22 also it took. So now the teachers and the principals, everybody was well trained. With the pass of time, each and everyone was sharing that this is a problem I'm facing, that we should nowadays, the teachers are so techno savvy that they need to know, they did not ask to Google, they can mute to everyone, they can have security settings, because if the students are there, if the teachers are there, students will be at one step ahead, and they'll find that technical glitch so that they may disturb the classes. So the teachers have to be a step ahead so that they should not give chance to the student to create any technical glitch which will disturb their classes.
True, true, true. Yes, sir. Definitely correct. I do remember when the year 2022, when it got started, that time, what to do exactly? There was a huge sentence, "Jo jahan hai, wahin khada rahe, wahan se na hile." There is a word called as a lockdown, as you said. That's what really right. So that particular time, even I as a principal started thinking, भाई school चलेगा तो कैसे चलेगा? How to go about? Physical तो possibility नहीं है, क्योंकि कोई भी बाहर नहीं आएगा, घर से बाहर नहीं आएगा, स्कूल को कोई नहीं आएगा, school is going to be locked or what? So we also started thinking, but the way you said, sir, definitely yes. There were some good teachers with me also. There were some good students with me also. Parents also started appreciating. So initially, I also had to start first of all learning this thing. So which is possible, sir. Now my question exactly related to the same. So when you were using either the Zoom or the Google Meet, as you have already told, you have started using the Google Meet because CBSE started the same thing. So did you face any kind of a problem like some of the hackers, they started hacking, coming, joining the, what do you call, the meeting with the students and started using some kind of a bad language where the students were getting distracted? What was that happening there with you and your teachers also in your school, sir?
Yes, sir. When it comes to school, nursery to class 12, I believe nursery to 8 is one group. They'll respect to their teachers like anything God, and they won't dare. But when the teachers are teaching to 9, 10, and 11, 12, where the computer science is our subject, these children are so smart that they know how to add your number in spam, so that the teachers will get call, and suddenly somebody will become the host and may disturb the classes. So see, in that cases, within a day or within a year, all cannot be 100% techno-savvy. So there will be some loopholes, some teachers, and then teachers, somebody has become host and he started singing, or he started using some vulgar language. So as it was very new, we were new to the system. It certainly take it time to adopt the technology and to fight with these battles. So almost, I believe every school have faced these kind of challenges.
Yes, in this case, what you said definitely true, sir. There are some good students, there are some smart students. How do they add your name there in the spam, and then they start using some kind of a, and then even I also faced lot many problems there exactly. How to go about with this problem, how to sort out this problem, what is the safety purpose, how exactly some of the good. So in this case, what I personally feel, the parents used to sit next to the children, and I remember I also was taking some classes for my students, and I used to ask the students to please open the video, but the students never used to do that. So was there any solution you found out with your teachers, so that you start asking the students to keep their videos on, so that we come to know whether the child is really seated in front of the screen, sleeping, yawning, or he just kept himself there in the class and went out for something else?
No, sir. I was very particular that the camera should be on always. And if
Gee.
the camera is not on, like first I was telling them that you should save, like we will add with the children who have saved their number, like Mangeshwar Awari, roll number 1101. Then if their camera is on, the child is visible, then only we were allowing. Otherwise, we like that after this technical glitches, I was very firm that we need to have that such a security system that we won't allow any spam or any unknown stranger to the class. Because once he comes, it will be difficult, and the other children also will come to know that somebody has come and somebody has disturbed the classes. So I was very particular that it take few children, but when the camera is on, then only allow the children. Otherwise, the children will not allow to the classes. So if their camera is on, the children will not dare because he will be visible. If the child has come with something MK Khan or something like Sachin Tendulkar or Saurav Ganguly or Virat Kohli, then it will create a mess. As I told him that unknown children should not be entered to the classes. Once they
That's
come, they will disturb the classes. So we focus more that their camera should be always on.
that's one wonderful, sir. Great. But
And
children are children. Yeah,
children are
please,
children.
please. Yeah.
And we have this that chat disabled, and other option also. We have, like, I was very firm with that children should not go for any annotations, or they should not go for any chatting. Otherwise, they will use, and they'll, the teacher will be teaching at one side and the students will be chatting to each other. So these kind of security features we have perfectly used.
Wonderful. One, as I told, children are children, and then some of the parents also. Initially, they said, "Sir, we don't have the mobile, we don't have the laptop, and we have two students, two children there at home. One is there in grade one is there in grade 4. The timetable is as such where both the classes are clashing, and I am not able to give 100% concentration. So please change the timetable." So this was the huge problem I was facing exactly in my area. So did you also face as a principal, as a teacher there when you started in this session? Did you
Yes, sir.
also face there and that?
There were two major problems. One was two siblings, or like two siblings. Then one mobile phone. The father is some doctor, father is a teacher, father is somewhere outside. He has to go. Mobile. He cannot keep the mobile at home only for the classes. So these were the challenges we face.
That's great. That's great. Before I go ahead, first of all, sir, I would like to congratulate you. Just now, when I was discussing with you, I found that you are the awardee of Earth Protection Awards 2023. So this is what exactly information I'm going to give it to all the viewers here. Congratulations, sir. And the second part, which I saw here in your profile, you have been awarded as the Guru Dronacharya Shikshak Gaurav Puraskar for the year 2023. And that too, it is happening there on today, that is 7th May itself. Wonderful, sir.
Thank
Congratulations
you,
to
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Moving ahead to the next question here, I would like to ask exactly how did you mold your teachers toward the teaching learning profession? I remember sometimes when I started my career and then as a teacher, and then I started becoming the as a coordinator, and then I could not become headma directly. I got the chance to become the principal. So in between, I used to hear exactly कि जहाँ कुछ नहीं होता है वहाँ एक टीचिंग जॉब को प्रोफेशन को चूज किया जाता है, then I start teaching there, something like that. So my question to you, how did you mold the people, those who are coming to you as a teacher in the teaching learning profession, so they enjoy teaching with the students?
So I believe that teamwork is the best work which we can help the teachers. I never believe as a boss, and even I got the management, my chairman previously, Mr. Kishan Jain, then uh, Mr. Reddy, and now also Mr. Rohan Kathaniji. They have treated, they never have an ego, or they will never have any attitude. They always treat the staff and the principal as a family members. So I learned from them that if we take the work on team, we have to go hand in hand. So in that cases, even now also in this school, I am with 100% retention. Not a single staff has been changed, neither terminated and neither they have come with resignation. Because if the team we work is there, if the captain is good and the team is not following or not approaching or not cooperating, then there will be no result. So
True.
I told my staff that don't come with burdensome face that you have to fight a battle and then you are going. That I sometimes feel that itni shakti hame na dena data, man ka vishwas kamzor na hona. So I told sometimes the fun that you don't pray God that I should just wait for a bell, and once the bell rings, I'll go home. If you come with a face smiling, and if you go with a face smiling, that is your success, that is my success. So I always feel that teamwork is there. Whatever the work I have to go for, or any assignment if I'm giving to the staff, I will give them clear cut idea. I'll ask them what can be done better. So once I listen from them, they will feel that no, it's not the principal is directly telling and sending a circular that you all have to do like that. Once I listen from them, more creativity, more good knowledge will come, and accordingly we will finalize whatever the plan has come, and everybody will follow. So I go with the same policy, sir.
That's great. That's wonderful, sir. Congratulations. I could see here, and then you're the luckiest person to have the beautiful management exactly behind you, and they appreciate you and your work as well as you get the guidance from the management. That's wonderful, sir. And in this case, I would like to just ask one more thing connected to the same. Do you train the teachers, or you have got some trainers coming from outside, of the CBSE trainers are there, master trainers are there, they come to your school, or the teachers, they go outside to the school to get the trainings?
Yes. We like I myself conduct a teachers training of the staff regularly. Along with we have a tie with a consultancy which is run by Mr. Siva Ramakrishna. He's a educator and master trainer, and he's regularly conducting the staff trainings along with me. He's taking me also into confidence for the same, so that we all believe that teachers have to sustain in the present now, as national education policy is saying that teachers have to complete 25 hours regular training and the 25 hours in-house training. So we are very firm that teachers to be updated according to the norms.
That's correct, sir. That was the 50-hour session we are supposed to complete from the CPS side. That's really 25. So now in this case, sir, the second part comes into the consideration. 25 hours to be completed in-house, that we try our level best to get it done from the school side. Either we, the principals, are taking some kind of a trainings, or we try to have a tie-up with the others. But the question starts here exactly how out of 50 hours, the remaining 25 hours which are to be done from the CBSE side. So how do you manage there with your staff members?
I encourage my staff whenever there is any session, either online, like nowadays you'll find that CBSE training portal is there, some online sessions are arranged, or otherwise any offline session is there. I encourage my staff that they should become the part of it. Even recently, CBSE has sent mail that how many trainings are done. Like as a principal, I should complete 25 hours training. I have completed 36 hours training. So if I set an example that charity begin at home, I'm telling that you see your principal, it is compulsory in completing, I'm completing my target. Now the time has come that you also should chase the target. You also should complete target. So and the children, my staff also feels lucky that see when the principal is telling the target and he himself is chasing the target, completing target, then we all have how to do. So they enjoy the training also rather a burden.
That's it. We generally call it a charity begins from home. To start to first of all motivate the teachers, instead of motivate the teacher, they should get some kind of inspiration. That's what I could feel from your sentence, Selike. First, I get the training done from outside of 24 or 25 hours. More than that also, you will be taking it. But once you complete 25 hours of session from the CBSE side, definitely you're in the condition to ask your teachers also, your staff members also to complete that. So that way, I think, sir, towards the end of the year, you don't have any kind of a problems with any of the staff members of yours that he or she has not completed the 50 hours sessions wherein you are supposed to upload that training session program there on the CBSE portal. Am I right, sir?
Right, sir. Even you'll find the teachers are they are having the competition that who has attended more number of sessions. So you'll find 86, 78, or 84. They have attended these kind of arts trainings also.
That's wonderful. So that's great listening from your side. Wonderful. So now I would like to something ask about this very important aspect of the session going on there. So what do you think about the 21st century skills?
21st century skills are now at present basic and integrated part of lesson plans. So the teachers have to train the students for this 21st century skills. We have made lesson plan where all these 21st century skills, earlier known as the life skills, has been introduced. So the teachers are all aware about the creativity, emotional intelligence, communication, leadership, problem solving, critical thinking, collaboration, technology, project management, information literacy, decision making, social skills, media literacy. So they are all aware about it, and even they are making lesson plans such a way that these skills, uh, as we said, the skills are not taught, but they inculcate, they make such a situation that children will be imparted this kind of skill.
That's wonderful, sir. And as a principal, definitely we are supposed to check their lesson plans, and then only we can have a kind of a discussion how how the teachers can implement those 21st century skills in their daily life, how they can inculcate these things in the students also. That is also our job, our responsibility to take care. Am I right, sir?
Right, sir. And now you'll find that the pandemic, children were becoming techno savvy. Then now the academic has been started with completely full-fledgedly online, offline. You will find the parents are coming, sir, ये मेरा बच्चा घर में मोबाइल ही देखते रहता है. So ये घर में मोबाइल देखते रहता है. अब इसके लिए क्या करना है? So you'll find some issues will have some merits and demerits. Now I'm very firm that I told my faculties that now you need to bring the child again from mobile to the textbook, and you should enjoy the textbook again. So
That's
in that cases, we cannot focus more on the question answer or writing skill or rote learning. The time has come to go for hand-on experiences, experiential learning, so that children will love to come to school and they enjoy the classroom.
Do you take nowadays the kind of a training session with the teachers based on the 21st century skill? Do you train the teachers about the in the terms of lesson plannings, how exactly they are supposed to prepare the lesson plans based on the 21st century skills, to start first with the objective of the lesson and then conclusion? So all the things are covered there in the middle. Do you train the teachers? Do you teach the teachers? Or how do you go about with this 21st century skills?
Uh, Here we have gone with a core team of senior faculties. We all sit together, even the subject experts also, and accordingly, we even now even this month of summer and all, we go with the demo classes where it's not there to point out anyone. We just learn hand in hand, and we just tell that how this can be become the better one. And even the faculty and I myself will see to the classes. We'll go for a regular class observations, and we'll tell the teachers again that how these things can be better, how you can modify, how you can use the teaching aids, and how you can clear the doubts of the students, and how can you can make this classroom more better and more enjoyable.
Yes,
So here I need
that's
to take it. Here I need to take care of the my like here I need to take help of my faculty members. Those are seniors, and they use their experiences so that my even junior teachers also will become stronger and strengthen.
That's really great, sir. I would like to add one thing over here from my experience exactly. Based on the experiential learning, the students, I am teaching geography to the students of grade 9 and 10. And I remember when we started the school physically, the students started coming to the school. That time I had a lesson on physical features of India in grade 9 geography. So wherein I had asked the students, first of all, to understand what is the physical features of India. And then there are 6 divisions of India. And I divided the students into 6 different groups. And then I asked them to exactly, first of all, 7 groups I divided them into. The first group had to prepare the map of India there on the ground. It was not in the class. I had taken them on the ground and they had to draw the map on the ground. And then first group was given the chance to become something about the uh, mountains. The first one is the mountains, second was the plains, third one is the Deccan Plateau, fourth one is the Sahara Desert, Thar Desert, that is in the west of India. Then we have the eastern and coastal plains, and then towards the end it was the uh, we can call it as the island. So these are the 6 divisions wherein I asked the students particularly to practically come on the ground and draw on the ground and color it with them. And you can't imagine, sir, exactly within 2 hours of session, they have understood the whole concept of physical features of India. So they could be able to answer everything, and then explanation was such wherein the student themselves enjoyed. Yes, sir, this also happens or what? I said yes. चार दीवारी में जो पढ़ते हैं उसको अगर बाहर भी लेकर आओ तो education is happening there also. That is what exactly I personally felt of adding something here about the experiential learning. So I had a class with the students. Students enjoyed, and based on that, I asked all my teachers also to come out on the ground to see the explanation, as well as the other class students also to come. Thank you very much, sir, for Now, the next question goes to you for this is, uh, as an educator, okay, sorry, before I go, I think you have only spoken something about what exactly the problems did you face in the school when the students came from online to the offline. First of all, there are two parts in this. One with the teachers, second one with the students and the parents. Because this is really very challenging part for all of us, specifically the principals, and then after that the teachers, because ऑनलाइन में था तो घर पे था, घर से हम लोग कर सकते थे जितना भी हो सका अपने घर का, you call it as the Wi-Fi we were using it, internet we were using it, and then we were having this thing. But once the students, teachers started coming to the school, what kind of a challenges did you face, sir?
So after the pandemic, when the children were coming to the school, first the teachers, now the parents were coming to know that earlier there was only interaction during the parent-teacher time. But when the classes were running online, even sometimes some loopholes were identified. Even the teachers were also, whenever they have committed mistake, the parents were telling, "Sir, ये teacher का ऐसा आवाज आ रहा है, ये expression नहीं है." Now I told the teachers, again you are going for offline. You need to equip with your weapons so that your classroom teaching will be a better one. Coming to the student parent side, children were at home for 2 years, so there were a lot of behavioral changes. They were not that much willing to attend the classes, and even they were not having good habits, even especially pre-primary and primary classes. They even not able to have tiffins properly and all these things. A lot of behavior issues were there. And as I told you earlier also, children are very crazy. You can call mobile mania has been developed. The children are making reels and everything you'll find at present for 6 to 12 classes. These children has to brought back again to the offline classes where they can enjoy the classes. Was a very tough task for the teachers so that we could get better result. One more thing is there, as there is a network issue. The online is online and offline is offline.
Definitely.
It is not the permanent solution. It was a temporary solution so that the education should not be missed. So these children, when they are coming to the schools, they had a lot of gaps, the learning gaps. So these gaps, like basically their basics were lagging. Even the child was about to go to class 3 was not able to read properly because, and even this online time, there were hardly 2 to 4 classes, as Nishita guidelines were that we should not conduct more than 2 to 4 classes. So we followed exactly guidelines. Now coming to this 8 periods, I told my teachers that it is not there that 6 days you will be hungry and suddenly you start eating on Sundays. And I said this will lead to indigestion. So let them first enjoy the classroom, let them civilized, and once they are civilized, they'll enjoy your classrooms. Their basics to be clear, and then slowly you can add the dose, required dose, so that they will become normal. And this theory we have gone with, and so far it is successful. Even the school also, sir, last year when I joined, we were conducting regular tests. So children, we were conducting regular tests, and almost every 2 weeks we are sharing the result to the parent. Were ensuring that the children should clear their basic skills, the children should learn, the children should develop the habit of study. And now also we continue the same habit almost after every periodicals, after every 15 days, we are sharing the group that who has completed their classwork, who has completed the homework, who has completed their assignment, who has completed their project. And this way, the students and the parents are on the toes, and they are ensuring that the child should regularly, continuously study.
That's great, wonderful, sir, listening from your side. Now, in this same regard, I just wanted to have a point of a query in my mind, inquisitive mind again started. Okay, as you told, okay, sir, when we were online, less number of periods and less number of timing was given to the students. As I remember, I used to use Zoom because it was only 40 minutes ka. And the moment the 40 minutes are over, automatically I don't have to close the class. Automatically Zoom gets closed down. So that was, I found it was really very good for the teachers as well as the students. Jahan pe I used to have only 2 classes for pre-primary section and then 3 to 4 classes only till grade 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we used to have somewhere close to 5 classes of 40 minutes each. So 5 classes of 40 minutes each is very less time, because I remember when we had this kind of a things initially to have 6 to 7 period, the parents started howling also, shouting also, and then they come with the suggestions also telling ke screen exposure is happening lots of. So then we had to come down to the 5 periods. There also they were cribbing. But I said, if you crib, what will happen? The 4 subjects will not get covered. So how are we going to complete the portion, and how are you going to have the answer given the questions in the examination side? So, sir, when the schools students started coming back offline, so did you or your teachers face any kind of a problem कि भाई पहले तो just सिर्फ 3 घंटे पढ़ाया करते थे, अभी तो स्कूल में आने के बाद में we are teaching them for 6 continuous hours, in between short break, long break will be there. That's a different part. So did the children face or the teachers face any kind of initial stage? Later on, they might have got accustomed to it.
Coming to this, I had a different experience. First year, children may have enjoyed like holidays, but now after that, children were fed up at home only. Like to see just to take hold of their bed, or maybe watching some mobile games, just sticking to their fridge and sticking to the kitchen. But once they enjoyed, they were literally eager to come to school, and they are calling to the principal and teachers, "Sir, हमारा school कब चालू होगा? हम कब आ सकते हैं?" Even the parents also were saying, "Sir, ये बच्चा," the parent also realized कि they just literally selected the teachers that how they are able to handle 40 children, where we are unable to handle these 2 kids at home.
That's
दोनों बच्चे भाई बहन एक दूसरे से मारा पीटी करते हैं, झगड़ा करते हैं, बिल्कुल सुनते नहीं किसी का. But hats off to your teachers that are handling 40 students in a class and not a single complaint is coming. So even the parent also have realized the importance of the teachers, that ये नहीं school में पढ़ाना इतना easy नहीं है. And like we are generally, I used to say that हम दिन के माँ बाप है, we are parents for almost 8 hours, and we have to take care of the kids.
Ji. So definitely, yes, as I told in the beginning, the parents who were seated next to the children, and they were watching the teachers teaching, and they were seeing exactly. There are some good parents, those who really want to see the children growing from every corner. We generally call it as 360-degree holistic development has to be there. So I really appreciate to those parents, those who were really seated next to the children, and they were seeing that some kind of a communication, conversation is happening. And really, some of the parents were so desperate to know exactly कि sir, आज homework कुछ दिया ही नहीं है teacher ने. Child will be seated alone at home, then he will not be doing anything. आपने जो पढ़ा दिया है उतना ही पढ़ा दिया, उसके बाद भी क्या करेगा बच्चा? So some of the parents, they were thinking कि भाई हमको homework भी होना चाहिए online में, ताकि at least हम घर बैठे बैठे, बच्चा तो वैसे भी idly बैठ रहा है, हम घर बैठे बैठे उनकी कुछ पढ़ाई ले सके. So I think you also might be having same kind of problems, or we can call it as the discussions happening with your parents there.
So coming to this, I'll tell that the present parent, like I'm also a parent, and you maybe like you are also a parent. So our parent has never given a ready-made ground to us. They have told us that this is your ground, you need to work hard. But coming to this generation of parents, they want every child should get everything ready-made. अगर उसका प्रोजेक्ट भी है तो यू विल फाइंड दैट मम्मी पापा जाएगा मार्केट में, सब परचेस करके आएगा, बच्चा सोफे पे बैठेगा और बच्चा पेरेंट को बोलेगा कि पापा ऐसे करना है वैसे करना है, सो दैट आई शुड गेट गुड मार्क्स. Same is with online classes also. When the teacher was asking questions and the oral was going on, the parent would, beta green bolo, iski answer do. So it was not the oral test for the students, it was the test for the parents only. So and we need to tell the parents that, sir, उनको सीखने दीजिए. For board exams, you are not going to sit and write the exam. Let your child to be ready for the war. All the time you cannot pamper. So some parents will realize, but some parents वो बोलते ना सर जब तक ठेस लगती नहीं तब तक कोई सुधरता नहीं. So it will happen like that only.
जी. Some parents, they started thinking कि भाई मेरा बच्चा किसी से कम नहीं होना चाहिए, मेरा बच्चा हमेशा सामने रहना चाहिए, मेरा बच्चा जो है हमेशा टॉप में होना चाहिए, और दूसरा पीरियड जब स्टार्ट हो जाएगा नेक्स्ट डे, तो मेरे बच्चों को टीचर ने डांटना नहीं चाहिए कि मैंने कब तुमको ये काम दिया था, why you could not complete there in time. So that kind of a thing should not be happening. So some of the parents, they were really answering those questions. So definitely, yes, I appreciate your saying, sir. In this case, sir, I remember in your talk, you were telling something about the behavioral issues. So can you please exactly elaborate in what kind of a behavioral issues did you face when the students came back from online to offline in the classes?
The first thing that children were not habitual to sit for class. Like online, they can off the camera, they can go for water. You will find
Correct,
some children will will enjoy like a movie, will sitting with their popcorns and chips and they just enjoy the classroom. But
correct, sir.
then these children realize that no, they have to sit for 40 minutes. They have to sit the class. They have to listen the teachers faithfully. They have to answer. The initial stage, it was difficult for the student to enjoy the classroom how they used to be almost 2 years back. Then slowly, with the passage of time, children were handy that and they found that there is no alternative solution. Now the time has come again, there will be offline. And
Correct.
initially, as I told that the life again like with mask and again without mask, that was a major difference. So everybody was fed up with this online. Now also we pray to God that God, whatever let it happen, but the classes should be only offline. Coming to the parents, sir, when we were uh, taking these classes, we had orientation program. I generally I call this term as a helicopter parent. So whenever there is a parent-teacher orientation program, I just straight away impose some question to that. Would you don't mind? I'll just tell you now also. So
Sure,
I just
sure,
tell my
please.
straight away ask this question to the parent. I don't ask them that whether you are that kind of parent or not. So I simply ask them question that do I relate love with success? Do I feel upset with myself if my child fails? Do I try to fight my child's battles? Do I take on my child's project as my own? Do I talk about we instead of him or her? Do I always take decision for my child? Am I overly concerned about my child's schedule? Am I constantly calling my child's teacher? So I ask them that are you helicopter parent? So
Ji,
I don't like nowadays we cannot stop and the parent is stakeholder. So we need to respect. But I said that the time has come that we all need to self introspect that are we among these parents? And if so, I said change your mindset. Otherwise, your child will face the issues in future.
ji, ji. I really appreciate the words which you have used it, sir, wherein the parents, they came on their own and they started speaking to you कि teaching job इतना easy नहीं है. आपके पास में 40 students you have in your classes, and sometimes it's not only 40 classes in each section, and you are teaching near about 5 to 6 sections. A teacher has to teach 5 to 6 sections. So that goes to 4 6 are 240 students the teacher is teaching, and wherein one parent is not able to handle 1 or 2 kids there at home. So that was, I could feel a kind of a realization happened there in the minds of the parents, and that was really a kind of a learning happened that particular time in the COVID time. I remember, okay, yes, uh, the teaching job is not so easy, not so simple. Uh, Wherein anybody can become a teacher, anybody can come down to speak something about the education to the students. No, it's not like that. It has to be, one has to be an encyclopedia when a person is entering the class, that the teacher is entering the class, because we also don't know exactly who is going to speak what at what time. जैसे बच्चे क्लास में कब कौन सा प्रश्न पूछेंगे, ये भी हमको पता नहीं चलता. I remember a kind of a small joke. If you allow me, I'll put it here.
Sure,
That
sir.
is, a teacher, an English qualified teacher, went to in the rural area and introduced herself to the principal and the staff, and then went to the class. She started introducing her subject there in the class. After 5 7 minutes, one of the students stood up and then start asking the question, "Ma'am, can you please tell me the meaning of nature?" You understood? The phonics part when it comes to. So the teacher, first of all, did not understand what the child wants to ask. कि ये nature तो I never heard or I never went through this kind of a word. Then anyhow, we as a teachers, what we generally do, try to say, कि yes, beta, I don't know this answer. I'll get the answer for tomorrow. Then the whole day she went on searching the meanings of this word nature, and then went back to thesaurus, the dictionaries, and this and that, but she could not find it. The next one day she took the leave, and the third day coming to the school and keeping the uh, resignation in front of the principal, telling, "Okay, sir, I don't think so. I'm fit to teach this particular class." And then obviously the principal has to ask the question, "Ki, what happened? Why you could not continue? What is the reason?" So then she started speaking, "Ki, sir, when I went to this particular class, one of the students stood up and asked me the question, the meaning of nature." Then you know what happened? The principal started, "You don't know the meaning of nature? So your future is in the black." The word nature stands for nature, nature, and the word future stands for future. So sometimes, definitely, we as educators, we find some kind of a difficulty and the problems to sort out there in the classes. So thank you, sir.
Thank
Now
you.
I feel, let me ask a question which is something related to the society and which is related to your role as an educator towards the society. So, sir, as an educator, what do you feel? What will be your role? How you are going to keep the society alert and aware about the education?
So I believe the teachers or the educators are the backbone of the society. So whatever we teach the classes, our children are going to be the future generations. Like if I plant a tree now, if I plant a sapling now, it will become a tree. And
Definitely.
this way, that society will grow, society will flourish. Like if I teach my children the secularism, that same secularism will take place in the future. If I talk my student, if I talk or interact with them, generally teachers should not go with any negative vibes in the classrooms. Teachers should not be like one should not talk about any party, should not talk about one religion, should not talk about anything what he feels or his own perception. Teacher should or education should go to the class where he has to feel that I have to create the future society. The future society, my future citizen should not blame me. The teacher has given me something poison so that the society, in case facing the problems. So we are the backbone of the country. We are the backbone of the society. Our role is very much important. What we are doing, children also will imitate accordingly. So we have
True.
to be very much alert with that.
True, 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 true. Wonderful, sir. Wonderful saying. Definitely, yes. I remember the real fact of the life of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. When he became the president of India, he was to sit in front of all the press conference. One of the reporters asked the question, "Sir, how do you feel today? You became the first citizen of India." You know, his answer was literally, it shocked the mind of the people and specifically the educators. He said, "Sir, I remember the first teacher of grade 5 today. Grade 5 teacher today. Teacher, specifically, sir had mentioned, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, sir had mentioned, I remember my grade 5 teacher today." So, this exactly is the noble profession of the society, wherein definitely, as you said, we are the backbone of the society. We have to create some good educators amongst ourselves only, amongst the students. Yes, because of the technology, the things are not going in our control, which are not there in our control. They are going away from the control. Now, whatever the age we are in, the students specifically, like you said, sir, you are also a parent. Yes, I'm also a father and I am also a parent. I feel that, yes, my students, my children are beyond the imagination. जो हम नहीं कर पाते, our students are doing it. Definitely, based on this, I personally feel that we should be changing. We should not be going back again in the primitive society and thinking के ये हमारे वक्त में ऐसा नहीं होता तो अभी क्यों ऐसा हो रहा. It depends upon all the situations. So we have to think about today's situation and we have to change ourselves accordingly. So that was the great session with Shri Mangesh Kumar sir, Awari, the principal of Saksham School, Wardha. Thank you very much, sir, for giving your chance, giving your time, and giving your valuable suggestions and the opinions for this particular session. And I personally feel that the answers which you have given specifically towards the end of the session, that you have to be the role model of the society. Yes, you have to be the more role model of the society as a student, as a teacher, as a educator. So thank you very much for giving your valuable time. I thank you to the IDYM platform on this occasion to have a kind of a session conducted for the principal, that is principal ki Paathshala. ये जो theme दिया गया, I like this theme by the Sri Ravi Shankar Kumar sir, principal ki Paathshala. So a principal talking to another principal. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity, and I thank you. I शुक्रिया करता हूँ अल्लाह ताला का कि इस वक्त आप हम लोग एक सामने बैठे हैं. Thank you very much, sir. Avari sir, the principal, Saksham School, Wardha. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And even thank you, Ravi, sir, and IDVM team for giving me the opportunity. And I really like the idea that one principal is taking the interview of other principal, so that the real exchange of knowledge, the real exchange of skills, and the education beyond knowledge is really taking place. So this is one of the wonderful idea, the brainchild of Ravi Shankar ji. And sir, all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for the technical team behind this particular program. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye. Take care, sir.